Yeah, I can challenge JayZ.
Yeah.
Psych. That boy's got too much skills for me, buddy. No?
You know, we
we can rap.
we can flow so well, you know. We're gonna put out Destiny's Child album, Rapology, you know.
Yeah, I can challenge JayZ.
Yeah.
Psych. That boy's got too much skills for me, buddy.
It seems we've just found out that Kelly Rowland has been Becky with the good hair all along, or at least one of them. A recently leaked video supposedly shows JayZ with Kelly in 4K. But there's more. Fans are now pointing out that Kelly's son, Titan, looks strikingly similar to JayZ. They're saying the boy looks more like JayZ than his real dad. So, something definitely seems off here.
If 2 + 2 is 4, right? And 5 + 5 is 10, okay. What the fuck is this?
And then there's the fact that some of Kelly's old lyrics, where she admitted to being jealous of Beyonce, have resurfaced. Don't you just love it when people reveal things about themselves without being asked? So, grab a seat, because we're about to explain all of this. When people started talking about Kelly Rowland and JayZ being more than just close friends, they first pointed out the strange resemblance between Kelly's son and JayZ. At first, it seemed like just online gossip, but things changed when JayZ started facing accusations of being a deadbeat dad for kids who weren't Beyonce's. A few years ago, a guy named Rymir Satwait went viral after accusing JayZ of using his influence to avoid taking a paternity test that would prove he was his father. Rymir claimed he first found out JayZ could be his dad when he was 8 years old. Once he became an adult, he started trying to reach out to JayZ to either get to know him or at least get a paternity test to settle things. But JayZ never gave him a chance. In fact, Jay allegedly used his power to stop Rymir from getting a court to force Jay to take the test.
Father, I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I can take me being embarrassed. Like, just can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, you know, it's not fair. I was 7. My mom had to sit down with me. I guess she thought I was old enough to know now. And she been saying Sean Carter, that's what she was calling him at first before she was calling JayZ. And I really didn't know who that was because I was young and, you know, had my little brother and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really just was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, that's...
According to reports, JayZ and Rymir's mother, Wanda, first hooked up in 1992 when JayZ was known as Rock and Wanda went by the names Carmel or Precious. They met in Philadelphia after Wanda's friend, Kishia Allen, introduced them at a restaurant. The issue here is that Wanda was reportedly only 16, while JayZ was 22 at the time. Wanda later claimed in a 2015 court document filed in New Jersey that she and JayZ had a brief relationship and hooked up at her aunt's apartment in Brooklyn. They reportedly used protection, but it broke, leading to her pregnancy. Wanda didn't see JayZ again until a year later when he became famous. However, when she tried to contact him, he ignored her and never took responsibility for the child. Wanda went to court multiple times trying to get JayZ to take a paternity test, but her efforts were unsuccessful until she passed away from heart failure in 2019 at the age of 43. After Wanda's death, Rymir's godmother, Lily, took over the fight for answers, trying to get JayZ to acknowledge his son. But JayZ allegedly led them on by having his lawyer reach out to them, talking about possibly signing Rymir to his label, but then suddenly went silent and changed lawyers. Many believe JayZ didn't want to publicly acknowledge the situation because Wanda was allegedly underage when she got pregnant, but it still doesn't make sense because Wanda wasn't suing him for anything other than wanting Rymir to know his father. Now, rumors are circulating that Rymir might not be the only child JayZ had outside his marriage. The resemblance between JayZ and Kelly Rowland's son, Titan, has caught the attention of many fans. Kelly and her husband, Tim Weatherspoon, got married in 2014 and had Titan the same year. Coincidentally, 2014 was also the year Solange went off on JayZ in that now famous elevator incident, and there has never been a full explanation for why it happened. Some believe it was because Beyonce and Solange found out JayZ had been involved with Kelly, which would have been especially hurtful since Kelly was Beyonce's childhood friend. This drama likely caused tension between Beyonce and Kelly. Some even believe that they had to maintain appearances because the world didn't know what was going on behind the scenes. Imagine how embarrassing it would be if the rumors were true, especially if Kelly had a child with Beyonce's husband. And JayZ has been at the center of multiple scandals involving other women. For example, there were rumors about JayZ trying to give his number to a woman at a restaurant, who later turned out to be rapper and model Liv. Liv said Solange confronted her, and she was scared she'd get a beating from her, saying Solange had been protecting her sister's reputation from day one. Liv even released a song called Sorry Mrs. Carter, seemingly apologizing for hooking up with JayZ, with lyrics that suggest she knew she had his attention. There have also been rumors about JayZ's past relationships with women like Foxy Brown, and that he's allegedly helped support some of them financially. As for Kelly, some say she started hooking up with JayZ to get back at Beyonce because she was jealous. In the early days of Destiny's Child, the group struggled to gain traction, losing competitions and even a record deal. However, things turned around when Beyonce's father, Matthew Knowles, became their manager and helped them land a deal with Columbia Records, which led to their rise to stardom.
The typical stage mother who's there all of the time, interfering, meddling.
I hear the comment all the time, God, you are nothing like I heard you were. You are really a nice person.
However, Beyonce's parents' heavy involvement in Destiny's Child wasn't always positive for all the girls, especially Kelly. Kelly, who was darker skinned compared to the other members, reportedly faced mistreatment from Matthew Knowles. There were rumors that he bullied her because of her skin color. Allegedly, he would steal her ideas and present them as Beyonce's, make her dress less beautifully than the other girls, and push her into the background while Beyonce took center stage. Although they were just kids at the time and Beyonce couldn't control her father's actions, she and the other girls were old enough to notice the unfair treatment Kelly was receiving. However, Beyonce reportedly didn't show support for Kelly, instead leaning into her father's favoritism and making sure Kelly and the other girls knew she was the main star of the group.
Insecurities about your singing voice. You even stated that you knew you weren't the vocal favorite of Destiny's Child. That's something that, what made you second guess?
You know what? It's not that I was second guessing. I'm just aware. You know, some people are like, oh my gosh, it stuck. They said it stuck with her. No, it didn't stick with me. You know, just sometimes you're aware that you're not everybody's favorite. And that's okay. I still got paid.
Okay. Let them know.
This created a lot of resentment among the group, and Kelly soon realized that she wouldn't reach her full potential if she stayed in Destiny's Child. When the group finally broke up, the girls began pursuing their solo careers. Allegedly, both Kelly and Beyonce were on track to become two of the hottest R&B stars of their time, but Matthew Knowles allegedly stepped in again and tried to block Kelly's career. If he heard about a deal that was meant for Kelly, he would either block it or direct it to Beyonce. By 2013, Kelly had enough and opened up about it in her album Talk a Good Game. In one of the songs, Dirty Laundry, she revealed how she was jealous of Beyonce, felt like her own career wasn't successful enough, and was in a toxic relationship. She sang, "While my sister was on stage killing it like a mother effort, I was enraged, feeling it like a mother effort, bird in a cage. You would never know what I was dealing with. Went our separate ways, but I was happy she was killing it. Bittersweet, she was up, I was down. No lie, I feel good for her, but what do I do now?" The album was praised for being Kelly's most honest work, as she didn't hold back. However, Beyonce's fans couldn't ignore the fact that Kelly talked about feeling jealous of Beyonce and bittersweet about her success. Many people started to wonder if the man Kelly referred to in the song was JayZ. Kelly had dated many men in the past, and when fans dug around, they couldn't find anyone who seemed to match the description. One of her exes even came forward and denied being the person she was talking about, which led to speculation that the man might have been a secret lover. Fans wondered if Kelly felt like she couldn't talk about it openly because of how scandalous it would be, especially with all the drama surrounding Beyonce and JayZ. Recently, rumors have been circulating that JayZ and Kelly were caught sneaking around in 4K, and some believe this video might confirm everything. Beyonce may have had her suspicions for a while, but if the video is real, it would lead to a huge scandal that could shake up the music industry. Do you think there's any truth to the rumors about Kelly's secret lover being JayZ? And do you think Kelly's jealousy ruined her relationship with Beyonce? Share your thoughts in the comments below.